This is it, my first video covering Hollow Knight Silksong after the game's release. Like I said in a previous video, I won't be making in-depth lore videos until I've spent sufficient time analyzing the game, but for now I wanted to talk about the things that have stood out to me the most during my first 20 hours or so of playing through the game. First is what I think is most obvious, that the visuals, music, animations, character design, and other such elements are just as stunning as Hollow Knight's, possibly even more. The voice actors also sing very beautifully, especially Chakra's. I like how the symbol of the game is a silk-covered bell, representing both the silk and song aspects of the title and story. I also just have to say that the bell beast is adorable. I really want a plushie of it, especially one that makes its little purring sound if you squeeze it. Fangamer really has their work cut out for them on that. One immediately noticeable difference from Hollow Knight is Hornet's movement, which is much more agile than the Knight simply due to her form. Her downward attack being diagonal rather than vertical like the Knight's took some getting used to, especially since it changes depending on which crest is equipped. Hornet's moveset works well with the game's combat both offensively and defensively. Some characteristics of Silksong are definitely improvements upon Hollow Knight. Both the story's major goals and NPC requests are well organized and easy to keep track of with the objectives and wish systems. The many different types of crests and tools provide a lot more varied options for combat. Unlike the Knight, Hornet can heal in mid-air. This game's currency doesn't sink into water. I guess it makes sense in terms of physics, since rosary beads weigh less than, chunks of rock and metal. There are some cool little tricks I've figured out, such as how if you press attack while Hornet is sprinting, she does a curved upslash. Those falling worms in the wormways are basically an infinite silk source, so if you're low on it, you can just whack those guys until you've got all you need. I guess it's this game's version of repeatedly dream nailing a blug sack to fill up on soul. I've also noticed interesting details such as Lace's reaction when she kills Hornet, which seems to be either exasperation or regret. There's the fact that Hornet always leaves a full cocoon of silk when she dies, no matter how much was on her spool at the time, and that the center of the cocoon always takes her shape. As expected, Silksong adds on to the lore of Hollow Knight in several ways. Items that appear in both games include lifeblood, shellwood, and seals. I'll discuss all of those in videos eventually. The way the Hunter's Journal appears in the game adds further proof that Hunter is just a title rather than an individual designation for the one we see in Hallownest. I wonder if he's been to Farloom or ever will go there at some point. Then there's the issue of difficulty. There are critiques to be made. The first needle upgrade feels like it comes a little late into the game, whether or not it was intentional as a way to encourage the player to incorporate tools into their combat strategy. Certain other upgrades and abilities also come along fairly late. The broken bench in Sinner's Road that requires getting past a gauntlet in order to fix is a little uncalled for, especially after the trap one in Hunter's March. Same with the broken bench in the Bile Water that can't be fixed. I think the first patch adjusting the difficulty was entirely fair, similar to the one that reduced Absolute Radiance's health by 300 in the first game. If you take only one thing away from the video, let it be this. Hollow Knight Silksong was, in my opinion, undeniably worth the wait. Every day Team Cherry spent perfecting this game is worth every minute of gameplay that each of us is getting out of the final product. And even then, the patch proves that Team Cherry are willing to make continual changes where it's sensible to do so. I'm completely satisfied with what we've received here and can't wait to keep diving deeper in. I also look forward to all the fun mods that are inevitably going to be made, like randomizer and custom skins. What do you think? What were your first impressions of Silksong? Let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching this video. As we all continue to learn about the game and its lore, I'll be making videos about it, so make sure you're subscribed to keep up. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you next time.